Hey Penny, great. Boy, this is one beautiful downtown. Great photography down here. All these bridges. Bridges everywhere. How you doing? Yeah, it's a great area, Doug. These bridges are so cool. Yeah, this was supposed to be a lot worse, but it rained for a little bit there and then it's nice actually now. They're talking about heavy rain later, but I looked on the radar. I don't see it happening. Yeah, sightseeing. Nah, I took about 1 million photos of these bridges. Some video. I'm just gonna sit here and now would be a bad time to leave. You know, it's weird. It seems like the traffic's going the wrong way here. Usually the traffic's leaving downtown areas. And that hotel I'm staying at, that's 64 behind me, and I came down in 64. And it seems there's more traffic going down into downtown than out of downtown. So I'm not going to take a chance on it, catch up on some of my reading. I'm going to do a time-lapse video. I only have about 4 hours worth of battery power on my GoPro, so I don't want to start it too early. Oh, did you like that, Penny? Yeah, they're nice ladies. Yeah, I got one other thing on my agenda to get some more dragon's milk tonight. Daisy's agenda is just chilling. You know, Daisy's been like this since a puppy, just like sitting and looking around. Yeah, it's beer aged in bourbon barrels. Have you ever had one? Oh, cool, Penny. Yeah, it's dark. It's a stout. Yep. Really good. You gotta like dark beer, though. I noticed in the southern states, good, Mary, how you doing? I noticed in the southern states, it seems like they have a lot more ale in stock. Oh, good job, Penny. Good job. Yeah, if you look up the Ross School of Engineering, the University of Michigan moved a 150-year oak tree about 5 years ago, and it cost 450 grand to move. Actually, it was a place out of Texas that moved it. If you Google it, you'll find it. Yeah, no, not too much, Doug. Yeah, I think it's kind of, and it was all raised from private donations. I uploaded a video on it. The oak trees down south here, fantastic. They're everywhere. You can see them across the river. Big giant oak trees. I'm assuming that they didn't have oak wilt down here like they do in Michigan, because there's just so many super old, giant, 125-year plus oak trees that I'm sure the reason that there's so many is because nothing attacked them. Yeah, they are, Watson. You're right. Lunch was excellent. That was really good Mexican food. Excellent. From the little seasoned cucumbers they gave you as an appetizer, the chips, the sauce, the shrimp. Those shrimp were cooked to order. Definitely can tell that they weren't just in a pot of boiling water with some sauce thrown on them. And it did take about 20 minutes. Excellent. All right, Doug, take care. I'm going to stay at least tonight, and I may stay tomorrow night too, although tomorrow's going to be a nice day. I think I'll probably stay tomorrow night too. I'm really enjoying it down here. So many places to eat, a Barnes & Noble down the road. It's great. Hey, Cynthia. Look at this great downtown here. Yeah, I like good food. Not really expensive food. I don't think I get do. Good food though. Yeah, the view here is killer. Sun's coming out. And the barges go by here. The barges go right by here. Yeah, I wouldn't consider anything I've had so far expensive. It's not cheap. Now, my Mexican lunch was 20. My Indian great lunch the other day was 20. My California Pizza Kitchen lunch yesterday was 20. So everything's been around 20. My sushi was 28. That's not bad. That's a good deal on good sushi. Yeah, I'd say average, yep. Just love this views down here. These cars going right over the top. Go by Ron's? Yeah, I'll go by there. Yeah, I haven't been by there in a long time. Yeah, sure will. I got all my Detroit stuff with me. My whole back. I got everything to go to Detroit. Yeah, I know. This COVID is, I tell you, the prices really went up after COVID. Those days are over. I mean, I think restaurants kind of got double screwed. Not only did they get gypped out all their customers for over a year, food went up, and now in order to make it worth it, you got to charge more. And I mean, there's got to be a lot of people just to take a family out to dinner, man. How do you afford it if you just have a regular job? But there's a lot of money around here, so consequently a lot of good places to eat. I've never seen so many restaurants really anywhere in this short area. Like, I'm only 8 miles from my hotel here. Oh, is it Rascal? Okay. Yeah, now, I mean, when you get a Middle Eastern dish or Indian food, uh, that's just a lot of bullshit to go through for one person. So it makes sense to go out and eat. Do you have any good Indian places near your house? Yeah, this is Louisville. It's cool, man. Now, I sold a guy a bunch of Civil War letters. It would have been 2 years ago, December. And we met downtown, stayed in a hotel downtown. I had Daisy. It was like, rip-off city, 250 a night. Ate in a restaurant at steaks like 65 bucks. Bullshit. It was nice. You could roam around downtown Louisville. It was really nice though, but I kind of half-assed got out and drove around a little bit, but I didn't even know about this part, and I was probably within walking distance to it. Yeah, I think there's some in Michigan. Up around Sterling Heights, they have that, and Dearborn's loaded with them. Oh, you're talking about anywhere but Michigan. Yeah, they're around. Just not like Michigan though. I like spinach pie. Yeah, I used to even like Olga's spinach pie, to tell you the truth. I could take it or leave it, to be honest with you. I don't like grape leaves, moussaka. I like their broiled fish, sea bass. I love gyros, gyrocopters. I love rice pudding. Onion bahajis? Yeah, I try it. Where do you get one? Yeah. I was never a Hellas fan. My whole life, I pretty much ate a golden fleece. I still do. There was an article I read in the internet about 3 months ago, and they said that Greektown's trying to reinvent itself, that they're just not drawing many crowds. I can remember riding a bike from Wyandotte down to Greektown in 1975, and the Golden Fleece, there'd be a line at 3 o'clock in the morning. I still think you can't beat the combination plate at Golden Fleece. It's good gyros, gyrocopters, Slovaki, and their fries are good, and their pita bread's warm and toasted. Yeah, back in the day, it was awesome. You remember Helena, the lady with the army jackets, was always sitting around down there on the benches? Oh, really, Cynthia? Yeah, she was there forever. There was an excellent place in Ann Arbor, Old Parthenon. I ate there for 35 years, and they sold their liquor license for $680,000 and just closed the place. Right on the corner of Liberty and Main. There's been 3 or 4 places since then. Down around here, there's a place called King Gyro. I see there's a couple of them down here, and there's a bunch of them around Fort Wayne. They're pretty good. I mean, you're not going to get lamb chops in there, but their gyros are pretty good. I mean, gyros, it's an oxymoron. It's kind of like a good hot dog. It's not exactly the fine cuts of meat, but, they season them and brown them. And, if you get the right seasoning and good tomatoes, onions, sauce, good pita bread, you could probably cook a dog turd and it'd taste good. Oh, cool. Oh, that's interesting, Cynthia. Huh. Man, I'd be down here all the time if I lived here. This is like the great viewing area. See, there's a riverboat down there. I never knew about the People's Restaurant. I lived down in the west side, Warrendale, on Woodmont Street, and there was a place called Three Brothers, Polish guys, between Southfield and, right just east of Southfield, the north side. And they used to have great food too. Really good food. I often wonder what happened to those guys. Yeah, Polish, 3 Polish guys, yep. The waitresses were always complaining to me what a bunch of dicks they were to work for. Oh, really, Cynthia? It's interesting how the different cultures, the food's so different. I mean, all the good food doesn't seem like it originated here. It came from someplace else. The food down south has been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Arabic's food's so good in Dearborn. Actually, I knew the Lashish guy, Talil Shaheen. Good guy, really. They tried to connect him to terrorism, which was horseshit, and he never did get charged. Now, they did charge him with some income tax evasion, but hell, he owned a restaurant. I'm not saying it's an okay thing to do, but he'll never come back to the States. His kid's in prison for another 15 years for murder. I used to take him and his kids flying, and those kids were like brats then. Yeah, Talil Shaheen, he's a good guy, really kind guy, really a super fair guy, good to poor people. What they tried to hang him on is he was donating money to an orphanage. He's a Shiite Muslim, and as it turns out, the orphanage, some of those kids were kids from terrorists that got killed. So they tried to make the link to charge him. You know how it is. And they never charged him. It's bullshit. And that one Debbie, what's her name, Stabenow? That bitch was always on his ass too. Talil Shaheen was a good guy. That's a bunch of bullshit. He was connected to any kind of terrorism. And like I said, they never charged him with it. He got out of Dodge just in time. I also know his sister-in-law, Prouty, who was an FBI agent that got fired. It's an interesting story. She wrote a book. She got fucked over too. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, he didn't work there long. Yeah, he worked at Ford's. That's right. Yep. He's got a Facebook page. I've often thought of saying hello to him, but I don't want to get audited every day, every year on my income tax because I contacted him. Yeah, Camp Dearborn. Yeah. Yeah, that was the good Lashish. That was the original one, right next to the topless bar. Talk about a dream location. Yeah, Wyoming and Michigan. And then he ended up having like 22 of them or something. They actually had their own commissary. Oh, you lived in Highland, huh? Okay. Oh, he kissed your kids? Oh, really? I mean, he was a pretty serious skirt chaser. I know that. I was dating a waitress that worked for him for years. Yeah, I think he was just being nice. I think he's good. Look at this big ass barge. And I'd be a nervous wreck trying to steer one of these things down these rivers. Nah, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, you never know with people, right? But I think he was just being a good guy. I never saw him do that to anybody. I mean, he was banging about half of his waitresses. I know that, but I don't hold that against him. Good. Look at this big barge coming up the river. If you ever Google how much these barges move, it's unbelievable how much stuff is in this thing. I mean, it's like 5 freight trains, stuff like that. It's crazy the amount of goods that they transport in these things. This one's probably a load of marijuana. Oh, okay. See you, Mary. Order me some Magnum rubbers. Give me a gross of them. 144. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, get me that too. Yeah, I was always looking when I lived in Florida. I could never find any. When the sun's coming through the windshield just right, actually not, it's UV. It gives this autofocus fits. Look how big that is. How long this thing is. That's where they have the freight stored. They're containers. Oh, good, Blue. You believe how long this thing is? Oh, cool, Mary. This is the Ohio River, lady. Oh, yeah, that's sad. Yeah, I flew an airplane down from Ann Arbor, Michigan to Crystal River. I swam around in that place looking for them, but I never saw one while I was down there. I flew a home-built airplane from Ann Arbor, Michigan to Crystal River in 5.5 hours, which at the time was like hauling ass. Yeah, yep, Crystal River, yep, your little airport. I flew a Glass Air 3 down there. Yeah, this is bad weather. This is the second time I've gotten screwed out of bad weather. Happened to me in Tupelo, and I think it's going to happen today. A little bullshit rain this morning, and now I think it's nice. They talk about later, but I don't see it on the radar. I think they're full of shit. These news stations have realized what kind of attention they garner when they talk about these potential storms. I don't want to hear potential in the forecast. I want to see the damn thing on radar coming my way. Oh, cool, Mary. Oh, really, Jeremy? No kidding. John R. and what? 6 mile. Oh, cool. Yeah, I rented a car while I was down there too from a guy that like had a car rental places and he sold used cars. Yeah, that's what they do. You're right. You're right, Blue. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. I'll check that out. Yeah, he rented used cars. Yep. I remember I rented like a Buick LeSabre or something and drove it down to Key West. Yeah, used cars. Yep. Today I wasn't too early, but I am when I'm trying to get someplace. Oh, he's not there anymore, huh? You know who I'm talking about. He was buddies with the guy that I flew the plane down for. How long's he been gone now? Did he die? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the Keys. There's not much to do down there, though, except drink and go to those drag shows at night. That's about it. They have some pretty good places to eat, but it's basically a drinking place. Beaches aren't no good, aren't any good. It's not nothing to do. It says warning during and after rain events. Don't fish. The banks are slippery and potential flooding. You can see all the stuff caught up on these bridges when the water gets high. Yeah, read books on the beach. Yep. Yeah, that's what it said. These banks. You know, when I was over there at Westport, the lady said, "You better not let your dog go in that mud." She said it'll take you a year to get it off her paws. So I took her advice. I took her advice. There is mud like that. It's like that in Alaska. It's almost like super glue. That's all right. Yeah, this river is pretty dirty, I think. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to eat a fish out of here. I was reading an article the other couple weeks ago on the Mississippi River, and they said that the last 225 miles of the Mississippi, which is a long river, 2,350 miles long. Some places say 2,385, whatever. They said it's just a pollution nightmare. Yeah, don't like that. Yep. No, no, nobody works. We don't have time for a job. Yeah, carp, and they catch big ass catfish out of here. Those catfish must have keen sense of smell, because I bet you can't see 6 inches in the water here. They must just. I'm surprised they haven't evolved to like not have eyes. I don't know what good they do. It doesn't look like it here because you can't see that great, but the current's really hauling ass here. Yeah, it does, yeah. It's not eye appealing. It looks like muddy water. I saw a guy walking across that train bridge. I'd like to catch a train coming across there. I don't even know if it's still used. I think it is, but yeah, it does, Mary. You're right. Yep. Yeah, it's the Ohio River. No, I don't do it, Cynthia. Don't do it. It's another one of those things. You got this image in your mind of what it's like. You'll hate it. It's nothing for those trains to run out of food, break down. It's not uncommon at all from an East Coast to a West Coast trip to be a week to 2 weeks late. Go read the ratings on the Amtrak tours, like the Sunset Limited. You're thinking you're just going to sit there and sip wine and look out at the window and watch moose run around, follow the train. It's not like that at all. Be like the shittiest vacation you've ever had in your life. It's a total marketing scam. Go Google it. Amtrak. Those famous rides, Sunset Limited, Santa Fe, where you can go out through Glacier Park, California. You'll end up getting off halfway. Really, it sucks. And it's super expensive if you get a sleeper. And the food sucks. Yeah, it's true. Don't like that. No, I'm telling you, I'm warning you, man. You'll be so pissed if you take that. Because it's really expensive. No, it's a bunch of bullshit. Go on there and look at the ratings on those famous excursions that Amtrak offers. Look, you're not going to believe it. It's a goddamn ride to hell. Yeah, well, you'll have an adventure, all right. If it was $300, I'd say go for it. But it's not. It's super expensive. You could fly to your favorite destination, sit in a 3 or 4 star hotel and eat out every night, great, for less money that'll cost you to ride on that train to hell. You're getting there late, the service is shitty, you're getting frozen dinners, they're making a big deal about it. You look out that car that where you can go through the mountains. Remember, half the trip you're in the dark. Half the trip you're in the dark. You think you have a hard time falling asleep in there. You think it's just the noise of a train. You're just going to like fall off into sleep, wake up in the middle of Glacier National Park, and there's going to be a grizzly bear looking in the window at your muffin. That's bullshit. Buy an all-wheel drive, yeah. No, I thought it too. And then somebody clued me in, and I read the ratings. Yeah, Cuddle Bunny, that's a good idea. Yeah, there's a lot of scammers on YouTube, that's for sure. I mean, I think in another 50 years, anybody that doesn't want to get murdered in their sleep is going to have to live in a gated community if things keep on going this way. You know, before, you seemed pretentious like 30 years ago. It's like, oh, gated community, you think you're better than everybody else. Well, now, gated community, if you've got a wife you give a shit about and some kids, it's a nice feeling to know there's security and that every Joe Blow can't case your house and rob it when you go to work. Hey, Murph. Hey, Scott. Man, I could sit down here forever. Yeah, well, the what ifs, it's not what ifs anymore, it's facts. You can look up crime rates now by zip code. Yeah, she might. I mean, there's a lot of people living in cars. Yeah, I don't think about one Fs. I don't. Either it happens or it doesn't. I go for it. Balls out. No, these bridges have been around forever. I mean, maybe they redid it or something. It is a new design, you're right. The one next to it looks old, but I don't know if that's... I guess that's directions of travel. I'm sure you can Google it and they'll tell you. But this is the newer pylons and the other one's the older pylons. No, I don't think I'm going to head through Iowa. No, I'll be going north. I'm probably not going to get home till around April 6th or so, 5th. Yeah, she could be a scammer. Yeah, Iowa's a nice state. I like Iowa. Penny, you back on track 100% after the cold snap? Yeah, Iowa's cool. I used to go to Amana Colonies, Iowa, every year. That place has kind of died too, I think. Oh, good. No, I don't blame you, Cynthia. I think you should go out like a champ. Bunch of young guys, that's right. Yeah, I got my vote for sure. Absolutely. Oh, did it, Penny? Yeah, I think towing stuff's stressful, though. I don't like towing things. I think you're better off just getting a van. Just keep it simple. The problem is the van that you need to sleep in and have stuff in, they're big and they're V8s and they're V6s and they don't get that great gas mileage. So the van that you could really get around in a cost-effective way is too small to sleep in. See, you're always hedging on which way to go. A van and a bucket. Yep. Yeah. I think you should go for it, Cynthia. I mean, yeah, it's your life. Take charge of it. You'll be getting knee replacements in about 20 years. I think you should start your own Pornhub channel, Cynthia. And just head out in a van and just make movies in every place you stop. Upload them to Pornhub. You could do the Pornhub thing and then keep it clean on the YouTube side. But you could put a link to your Pornhub on your YouTube channel. You gotta be kidding, Blue. No kidding. Was it just the camper, or was it like a full-size sleep-in thing? You think you're going to be able to go that long, Cynthia? You talking about Jamie, the long-haired one with the glasses, or the other one? Oh, really stupid? No shit. Yeah, what a dumbass. He's lucky nobody got hurt when it came off. She just had a baby. She just had a baby, Jamie. Yeah, those motorcycles are dangerous, Blue. You know that already, though, don't you? I mean, I don't mind taking a risk, but I'm not riding a motorcycle, no way. Penny's married. Her husband wouldn't like it unless he's a voyeur, a cockhold guy. Yeah, I love them too, but I'm not going to ride one. There's couples into that shit, believe it or not. Look up of Wifey on Hamster or Pornhub. She goes by the name Sandra too. That's all they do is have fly guys into their house and the wife has sex with them and the husband videotapes it. Wifey or Sandra, either one. They've been hardcore swingers for like 40 years. She actually seems like a sweet lady. Good personality. She's one of those personalities I was telling you about that just has this uncanny way to make everybody feel like $1 million. I'm sure giving blowjobs helps, but even besides that. Yeah, you'd really like it, Penny. You think he'll let you come out there? No, I'm not doing it. I drove an ambulance for a while, and I know what the data is, and I know what other drivers are like. I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's true, sweet too. Yeah, you know, since I've lived in West Branch, about 5 people have gotten killed. This is over a 10-year period, hitting deer on their motorcycles, which just seems unbelievable to me. If I offered you $1 million, you couldn't hit one. And here are 5 people in a little town where they only average 400 deer collisions a year. And in 1 year, 5 people get killed. Right around the area, not right in West Branch. Oh, it happens, for sure. Actually, my sister's masseuse had a deer come through the windshield and kill him. That was down around Lake Orion, down around where Cynthia's at. How can you be that goddamn unlucky? Yeah, no shit. Yep. Oh, really? I had a great Mexican lunch. Rancheros Carmones. Camarons, whatever they call them. Camarons, rancheros. It's excellent lunch. I ate a little early today. You know why? I didn't want to get stuck eating like some pure bullshit because I didn't know where I was at. So it was actually too big a lunch that early in the day, but I went with it anyway. Oh, wow, Penny. Hey, Gerald. I think my next venture, I think I'm going to go with a mail order bride. I got to get divorced first, though. I'd like to say that, I could find true love and all that horse shit, but I just don't think I'm the right personality for it. So I just decided maybe I ought to just quit shitting myself and get what I really want. And that is a mail order bride, not a Russian one. I don't want to be murdered in my sleep. Just an Asian one that cooks, cleans, doesn't argue, treats me like I'm the man. And I don't want her watching Oprah shit reruns or any of this bullshit. I don't want her getting brainwashed. I want to turn back the time clock. Yeah, Asian one. Yep. I'm going to really isolate. I'm going to do everything that you're going to think I'm a bad guy about. I don't want her hanging around the neighbor ladies. I don't want them fucking up my plan. I don't want her watching TV where they're talking about healthy relationships. I want her to be a good cook. I want her to get along with Daisy. And I want her to be willing to just stay home and wait till I come back whenever I feel like it on a long trip. Sometimes I'll take her, sometimes I won't. Oh, that's cool, Blue. Yeah, I think I do too. I think I'd like one too. There's a couple I know 3 old guys that have married young Asian women. I mean, I joke about it and stuff, and I do kind of like the idea of it, but, good sex is great. Everybody knows this, but once that's over, it really doesn't consume that much time in your daily living tasks. You know, you get one good throwdown a week at 20 minutes. How about all that other time? So even though I joke about it and I kind of do like the idea about it, all that other time, you know what I mean? Because let's face it, you get a mail order bride, you really don't know her. She's not going to be into the cultural things you're into. It's basically just a prostitute you call your wife. And her compensation is living there and when you die, getting her citizenship and, being an indentured servant to your old ass, servant to your old ass kicks the bucket. That's the deal, and they're willing to do that to end up over here. Which I would really feel bad about. I don't think I could do it, but I mean, there's a part of me that thinks, hell yeah, this would be great. Yeah, no, definitely not materialistic. Yeah. Bangkok. Yeah, pretty and young, man. Isn't that the truth? I mean, that's a no-brainer. Who's ordering an old and unattractive one? Does anybody know? Has anybody ever heard of anybody doing that? Ordering an old and unattractive one? Yeah, pretty and young. Oh, a jeweler? Yeah, right. I mean, these are things that, people want to they feel guilty if they tell the truth about it. If you're at a cocktail party, let's say I go to a cocktail party and I don't know any of you guys and you don't know me, and there's a bunch of people my age, and I start talking about the virtues of having a young, pretty wife at my age, you just watch how these people just slowly like move away from you. They don't want to hear this shit. They think you're an old pervert. I mean, in the American culture, at my age, normal is holding hands on a beach with a sunset with another 65-year-old. Hey, train. Gotta get my video camera out. Hang on a second. It's a train going across this track. Yeah, I'm 65. No, I don't want 65, but all my neighbors would like me if I had another 65-year-old. If I moved into a neighborhood and everybody was my age and I was the only one that had a young wife, believe me, I would be looked at differently. It's just the way it is. And like I said, I joke about it, but I don't think I'd ever do it. I mean, there's something odd with these guys. I mean, I'd love a young 20-year-old wife running around in a nightie. It's never going to happen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. People, I dread having a younger sounded voice because I know what they think. They're definitely not expecting a 65-year-old guy to show up. I'm always kind of thinking about that. Hey, I think there's a train coming over here. Come on, goddammit. Daddy fetish? 40-ish. Honestly, it'd be too old. It depends. I mean, I'm sure I could meet somebody I could like. I've only done it twice in my life. Once when I was 21 and once about 10 years ago when I moved to where I'm at now. The problem with the one where I'm at now is she was married. So, you know how I would never do some shit like that. I mean, so I'm not saying it's over yet, but it's not looking good. Good for you, Penny. Man, that is so... I think there's a genetic component to that. You know, the way you are as a person. I mean, if you met my wife, you'd think I was crazy for leaving her. Which I would agree with. 43? Oh, that's cool. Oh, you look 25? Now we're getting somewhere. How'd this train just blow his horn? And he's not going across this bridge. I hear a big humming like a diesel. But why would he be blowing a horn going across a bridge with no cars? Oh, Penny, no kidding. Yeah, I don't think I'd really want that either. She's living with some guy now, which I'm fine with. Yeah, I talk to her a lot. Yeah, I do. I almost called her last night, see how she was doing. Probably had her 4th orgasm of the day. Come on, goddammit, where is this train? You know, train, that's probably part of the engineering in a train horn. You can hear them forever. When it's quiet at my house, I can actually hear a train horn with the wind is right, 25 miles away. Yeah, we didn't divorce because she couldn't afford my half of the house down there. And I got my insurance through her work. Well, now I get Medicaid, so I don't really need that anymore. I brought it up and she wasn't interested in getting divorced, which is weird. I haven't lived with her since 98. I don't care one way or the other because it doesn't really change my life. Invite who on road trips? You know, I don't really think I could stand somebody being with me all the time on road trips. No, Austin, you're probably right. Yeah, 5 minutes from where I'm at right now. No, no, she's got to lives with some guy. I think that train. There must be. Is that train going somewhere else? Yeah, I haven't seen my wife since 2007. Oh, all right. So, is this train going to go over this bridge, or is it just going by your house now? Tell him I give him an A+ for the effectiveness of his horn. No, I left Florida about 98. Yeah, I just didn't like being married that much. Yeah, isn't that something? Yep. Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I know it didn't go over the bridge, but yet I heard the horn blow. Maybe there's a track that runs along the water. It's not even coming this way. Yeah, I'm not a Florida fan. I noticed even when I was in Hilton Head, there were a couple things that like triggered those memories. That mossy, you know, shit growing on everything, and that hot, humid, sweet smell in the air. And I thought, oh, and these strip malls and these ugly palm trees all over, and it started to give me a Florida panic attack. No, I do think that's a good area. There are quite a few. I got an idea this train's doing like 2 miles an hour. There were quite a few couples that go down around your area from West Branch, Crystal River. Yeah, I never get on chats and stuff either. No, it's different. You're right. Yep. Sarasota's got some Midwest culture, which is kind of nice. But when I'm down there and I'm in a traffic jam and you got the damn air conditioning full tilt and my balls are stuck to my legs, and there's cockroaches running across the dashboard and 2.99 early bird lunches, I just get like such a depressed feeling. Yeah, you're right. Yep. No, not really. I mean, I like Montana and I like Kentucky. I'd move to those, but I got an idea. I'll probably die in at West Branch. Hey, Penny. It's not that far down the road, 10, 20 years maybe at the most. I don't really want to move again. I can't afford to take the chance of moving someplace that I find out I don't like. Yeah, didn't I sum it up, Mary? Just, crime's crazy down there. Look at these cool bridges. Yeah, West Branch is a good place. I think it is. Yep. I mean, it's good enough. Yeah, I saw that, Tim. They're making jokes about it. I didn't read any of the articles, though. See, there's people walking across that bridge. How can you walk across a bridge where trains go across? What is it, just extra space or something? Yeah, spot's cool. No, I know what you mean. I like your area. I do. I think it's a cool area. Yeah, you're right about that graphic. Yeah, you're right. Words of wisdom. I would agree with that. Hey Daisy, up from your nap, hon? You up from your sweepy? Huh? You up from your sweepy, honey? You sleeping? All right, Penny. Oh, what'd you get, Mary? Yeah, she's got to chew. She's already chewed the good part off, the duck, the lamb, and the beef. What kind of dog, Mary? Oh, good for you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I gave her a haircut before we left. I already ran around out here. What's your temperature down there in Crystal River right now? About 82? Oh, he is. Oh, cool, Mary. I think it's about 72 here. Well, I think I'm going to go knock out a little, yeah, we got some rain for about 20 minutes. It was nothing. Supposed to get some later, but it's not looking like it on radar to me. They keep acting like it is. I think I'm going to knock out some readings so you guys have a good part of the rest of your day. Hey, Cyprian, how you been? Oh, that's cool, Mary. Okay, sweet tea. A lot of people walking their dogs. All right, Cynthia, take care. See you, Dolly. Graphic, Lady, Cynthia, Mary, Penny. All right, Deb, take care.